Hello, and welcome to Friesen Holistic Wellness. I'm Laura Friesen, and I am an Anat Baniel method neuromovement practitioner. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little about a few movements that you could do at home. When working with my clients often ask me if there's a way that they can do some of these movements at home on their own, especially if they're wanting to work with freedom of movement for their pelvis and their low back, and just increase the body mapping in their brain about their pelvis and about movement that the pelvis can do. So I wanted to film a couple of videos for you all about simple, easy, gentle movements that you can do at home. So along with the 9 essentials that the Not Baniel method teaches, I want you to think about movement with attention. So feeling what is moving, feeling are there other parts of your body that are moving along with the pelvis as you move? I want you to do it very slow. Slow means that you can take that time to be aware of what is moving, what you're feeling, and, could you do it in a different way if need be? And also think subtle or gentle. These movements are not to be done forcefully. It's not more is better. It's just start with small, tiny movements and just build on it and see how your pelvis and your body are moving and working together. So to do these movements, all you need is either a mat or a blanket on the floor if you can get down to the floor. If getting down to the floor isn't an option for you, you can do it on your bed at home. No problem. I'm going to do it on my therapy bed, on my therapy table. And so just make yourself comfortable and have a place to lie down and join me. So when lying down on the floor or your bed, wherever you happen to be, I want you to bend your knees and put your feet standing comfortably. The knees are just a little bit apart, about the width of your pelvis. And so as you're lying there, I want you to think about having the face of a clock sitting on top of your pelvis. So at the top of a clock is the number 12. So think of the 12 at the top of your pelvis near your belly. And think of the 6 being at the bottom of the pelvis in the direction of your feet. We also have 3 o'clock on the left side of the clock or your pelvis, and 9 o'clock on the other side of the clock or the right side of your pelvis. So to start with, I want you to think about 12 o'clock. So the pelvis is like a bowl. It's rounded like this, and the pelvis can rock. So if you think about just tilting a bowl or something with a rounded bottom. So when you go to 12 o'clock, so your neutral is the middle at your resting, and the 12 is towards your head. So think that you could tilt your pelvis in the direction of your head. So to do this, you would flatten your back. So just gentle, tiny, small movement. Flatten the back. You just tighten the belly muscles just a little bit, and your back flattens and the pelvis rocks in the direction of your head. And now slowly come back to the middle, to that neutral resting position. And do it again. Gently press your back towards the table, thinking about letting that pelvis bowl rock towards your head. And come back. And as you do this, think about and feel what else is moving. Is the movement only in your pelvis? Can you feel it coming up your spine? And when you do this, just have your head resting in neutral. I'm looking at the camera and to talk to you all. And so, do you feel movement through your whole spine? You might even feel a little bit of movement up in your head. And come back to neutral. And now, again, still thinking about that bowl, rocking to 6 o'clock towards your feet. And so here you want to arch your back, thinking about letting your belly be free. And come back to neutral, to resting. And arch your back, let your belly be free. Even push your belly out a little bit. You can even put your hand on your belly to feel that belly grow big. And back to neutral. And when you go to 6 o'clock, you could even think about, could you drive a little toy car in the arch of your back? And now we're going to think about 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock is towards your left. Now when you go from 3 to 3 o'clock or to 9 o'clock, I want you to keep your legs, your knees pointing up towards the ceiling. I don't want your legs flopping to the side to help you roll your pelvis. I want you to thinking about just rocking the pelvis itself in one direct, into either the left or the right. So you're going to lift the right side of your pelvis up just a little bit off the table, letting the pelvis roll to the left, and come back and rest and lift. I think, is your belly free? Can you push the belly out as you rock to 3 o'clock? Notice, do you feel any movements in your ribs on either side as you rock the pelvis? Do you feel movement up your spine, and how far up the spine? And come back to your neutral, to the middle. And now rock to the right side. Lift the left hip just a little bit off the table. Your knees, are they still pointing towards the ceiling? Is the belly free? And roll to 9 o'clock to the right. Come back. And then just do a little bit quick, or a little bit, go to 12. And then to 6. And 12. And 6. And notice now, is your chin moving? Does the movement travel all the way up the spine to your head? And then go 3 and 9. 3 and 9. And there you have it. Those are the pelvic clock movements. Thank you for joining me for the pelvic clock video.